And we now revisit our top story tonight, and the late General Francis Ogolla will be accorded a state funeral complete with full military honors starting Saturday at 1 p.m. A statement by the Cabinet Secretary for Defence Aden Duale has outlined funeral and burial arrangements that will take place in accordance with established military procedures, and the departed general's wishes to be buried within 72 hours of his death. Mashirima Kapombe reports on the ceremonies that will be the first to be witnessed for a sitting Chief of Defence Forces who died in the line of duty.
It is the first time since the establishment of the Kenyan military in 1964 that a sitting Chief of Defence Forces has died in the line of duty. The first time for the military to bury a serving four-star general. A statement from the Ministry of Defence detailing procedures following the death of General Francis Ogolla Thursday in a chopper crash amongst 9 other senior military officers. The statement detailing a military honour ceremony set to take place at the Ulindi Sports Complex in Langata from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. that will include a church service, military parade and a 19-gun salute. The ceremonies taking place within timelines the family of the late general stated as his last wishes.
He was telling myself that within 72 hours, if I die, just bury me behind my home, my house here. And even he showed us where you can bury it. So he didn't even fear death.
The four-star General Ogolla was 1 star less than the highest rank in the military, which is the Commander-in-Chief, who wears 5 stars. With that in mind, the military procedures to be followed will mirror those of the late presidents Daniel Arap Moi and Mwai Kibaki. His remains are expected to be transported in a military gun carriage, complete with a procession of senior military officials accompanying the procession. Brigadier retired Ahmed Mohammed says although the military has been thrust into mourning their Chief of Defence, much is expected from them as they bid farewell to their boss.
Now, in the camps, the main activity going on now is the preparations for the burial. As we said, if there will be that gun salute, it requires a bit of preparations which will be done.
General Ogolla has served in the military, more so the Kenya Air Force, for 40 years. His long-standing service and death in the line of duty calling for a special goodbye.
This being the first time for a sitting president, there has been no precedents. We believe there are open doors for certain activities that may likely take place. For instance, it may take place, it may not take place. I hope to see the missing flyman, fighter aircraft flying in honor of the general. Let's remember that the general was a fighter pilot, one of our best fighter pilots in this country.
Although the general's death was sudden, there is no vacuum in command, according to retired Brigadier Mohammed.
The structure is such that should the boss pass away, should the commander pass away, the immediate deputy takes over that position until it is confirmed.
The late General Ogolla will be sent off to his last post with a trumpet that will signify the end of his service in the Kenya Defence Forces and in life. His body will be transported to Ngia village in Siaya County for burial on Sunday. Mashirima Kapombe.